Back with segment 4, battling good versus evil in my mind. What I wanted to do as a father to the ones I was responsible. Not trying to be politically correct with this because there's no way for me to be, as my friends know me. What I wanted to do to the thing or it, I will not dignify that thing as a human. I'll just refer to it as a it or a thing. What I wanted to do to it as a father. Beat it to the inch of its life. Let it wake up every day knowing this is why I am the way I am. That's what I wanted to do as a father. But as a Christian, I can't do that. I have to live the Christian faith, me, because vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I would get in the way. I had so many people praying for me to keep my mind right. Brothers, my mother, uncle. My uncle would call me every day and talk to me and tell me it's going to be okay. Don't get in the way, Lehman. Let God handle it. God can do more than what you can do. And I was so enraged that I don't get to see my daughter no more. That I couldn't really think straight. And the only thing that brought me back was as my daughter was looking at me and listening to me, she says, "Dad, we're still here. We still need you. I need you. Your granddaughter needs you. What good are you if you go out and do something stupid?" And that's the only thing that snapped me out of it, was to know that I needed to be there for the rest of my family and my grandbaby. I wouldn't be no good to them if I would have did something stupid and ended up in jail. And you know, you see all these TV shows that play in your mind. You see Taken, Equalizer, how they get revenge. And that's playing in my mind, you know. And I had to get that out, you know. The thoughts in my head telling me that I'm a punk to let this go without getting your justice, trying to manipulate my mind. And how can you let this happen to your daughter and you don't do anything? That was tough. Still is, you know, and I would hate for people to tell me, what can I do? What can I do for you? I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, you can't do anything for me. If you can't bring my daughter back to me, don't ask me, what can you do for me? Because if you can't bring me my daughter back, don't even say it. You know, I was just a wreck. So I would just take long walks and talk to Lizzie. What are you doing, Tiana? What is it like where you're at? What are you doing at this moment? You know, me and Tiana, we always had such a father-daughter connection. She would always call me up asking me, Dad, what should I do with this? What should I do about that? You know, and I'd tell her, you know, what she should do. Sometimes she listened, sometimes she didn't. But, you know, I always thought that that was a nice little time we had together. So I don't have that no more. So that was the thing that was weighing on me so much that I could not be with my baby girl anymore and have the jokes and the fun times that we had. And then I tried to have to reel myself back. It took me a whole year before I could even focus, before I could even read one sentence. And people kept telling me, you need to write a story, you need to write about it. I couldn't even think, how could I even write? You know, my grief was so bad, my ache was so bad, I couldn't do anything. But hear these little songs that would remind me of my daughter. I'm in the car. I had to stop listening to the radio. I could go to the mall. What would come on? One of her songs that she would listen to, you know, it's like every time I hear something like Drake, she loved to listen to Drake. She loved Beyonce, Rihanna. And every time I hear something like The Weeknd or Post Malone, it makes me think of her. And I could see her do her little dance when she would listen to it. I could just see that. And it was just killing me, you know, to try to get over that. And I never will. I mean, but it won't hurt as much. But I will try to make it where it's more pleasant, you know, where I can laugh and, you know, enjoy the song more and think about the times when I would take her to the airport and we're listening to the songs, or I'm taking her to work, and Meghan Trainor would be always on the radio when I would take her to work. So those little things that I have that I'll always keep with me. So this segment is more about me trying to stay right. Next segment, we'll talk about whatever's in me at that time. So thanks for listening, and I'll be back with the next segment. Peace.